It was nice knowing you all. 3, 2, 1. Inside of my mouth is on fire. Ugh.
Tell us, King, what are you doing here today?
Hi, it's your friend King. So, I've seen the One Chip challenge from the Paqui people, and I've been wanting to do it for a while. Didn't realize it only came out once a year, which explains why I've had trouble trying to track down. And so finally, in 2023 edition has come out. So I'm gonna give it a try for your entertainment. I've my good friend and world famous hostage negotiator Paul Nadeau is joining behind the scenes. He'll see him. He'll say hello, hello.
Not only behind the scenes, I'm right here, and you know what? Yeah, King is about to undertake a life-defying adventure here.
It's the hottest chip in the world. It's just one corn chip that will make you regret all your life decisions. And they always use the Carolina Reaper in every single chip just because it's the hottest pepper in the whole wide world, so why not? But this year's formulation also includes something called the Naga Viper pepper. I've never heard of it before, but any pepper with the word Viper in it usually is bad news. So I'm not terribly looking forward to it. I am looking forward to trying it, but I'm looking forward to surviving it. And of course, there's lots of warning labels on it. I'm hoping to be able to last 5 minutes so the challenge, for anyone who doesn't know, you're supposed to eat it, not drink anything, and not die. So I'm gonna try for 5 minutes because on one of my favorite YouTube shows, Hot Ones, Tony Hawk, the famous skateboarder, legendary skateboarder, went 5 minutes without drinking anything. He didn't, and he was very composed. And so I'm hoping to at least go 5 minutes. I will not be as composed, I'm sure. And I'm sure it'll be painful. So we'll see what happens.
I'm jumping in just to let everyone know that I'm here in case there is a medical emergency, and
Indeed.
I'm going to muffle the sounds of his screaming to death and call 911. However, I'll have to grab one of these phones in order to do it. Just to let you know, buddy, it's really been great knowing you, and I love you, man. Okay, so
thanks, man.
Good luck.
Yes, I figured as Paul is an experienced member of the emergency services, it'd be good to have him here. He speaks their language in case there's a problem. And of course, I can't even get through the first portion here of opening up. Do you have a scissor or not?
Yes, we do.
If you're diet conscious, this thing is 25 calories, 35% or 35 milligrams of sodium as well. So if that's important to you, so that's the coffin-shaped box, just to give you an idea of what's to come. More fun stuff on the inside here. And let's see, there is the inside here tells you what to expect. Basically just straight up hell. There are it's not reassuring. There's absolutely nothing that's written inside the packaging that's reassuring. And once again, they have an image of the Grim Reaper. Read the warning, eat the entire rules for the challenge. Read the warning, eat the entire chip, wait as long as possible before drinking or eating anything. Post your reaction to social media. Yeah. Like I said, I'm just gonna go for 5 minutes because I don't need to be a hero. And if I actually succeed, I can proudly hold this banner up that said, I slayed the Paqui One Chip Challenge 2023. So hopefully I will live to see the tale. Of course, they do suggest 1 minute is harmless, 10 minutes is slitherer, 30 minutes venomous, and 1 hour apex predator. Once again, I don't need to be that because if 5 minutes is good enough for Tony Hawk and Sean Evans on Hot Ones, that's good enough for me. So remember, kids, don't hurt yourself. So within here, I've heard that this thing usually smells like just pure gasoline. So when I open it up, Paul, if you have a gas mask, you may want to get it ready. Oh, and I have put on gloves as well. I highly recommend that for any spicy challenge, because unfortunately I've discovered that no matter how hard you try to wash your hands after any of these challenges, there's always going to be some kind of hot spicy residue that'll end up in your hands that will inevitably end up in your eyes. So gloves are always, always, always recommended. I've dragged this out long enough. Let's I'm not ready, but let's go for this. After I pop this in my mouth, I'm gonna hit the timer for 5 minutes and then we'll see what happens. All right, so.
Good luck, man.
I've opened it. That does not smell pleasant. And, oh no. All right, so unfortunately my chip is not, it kind of got crushed a little bit, so it's not all in one piece. So it won't be as pretty, but I'll pull it up for you guys. So that's one shard. That's the other piece. None of it's pleasant. So, all right. Wish me luck.
Got the timer going?
After I pop it in, I'll get
right.
it. That way I make sure you get the full 5 minutes and no one says I'm cheating. So, but you can definitely smell the Reaper. Oh my God, you can definitely smell the Carolina Reaper. Whew. Clears, it definitely stings the nostrils. All right, so it was nice knowing you all. 3, 2, 1. I'll also try to put the clock up on the screen when I'm editing. Ow. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty hot. And, it's probably only gonna get hotter. Woo. That's the problem I found with peppers are engineered as opposed to the traditional ones. They are much hotter after you have it than before. I'm at 1 minute. It's not pleasant at all. Ooh, yeah, all right. Crying a little bit, but that's okay. So, if anyone wants to know, the inside of my mouth is on fire. Ugh. Tongue's on fire. But we're good. Whew. So, yeah. As I said, with the naturally occurring peppers, they're usually highest when you first have them. And with these man-made ones, they infinitely get worse as time goes on. Whew. Getting a little lightheaded, which is to be expected. It happens. Getting very tingly. Thanks, Paul. Woo. Woo. Haha. Mind over matter.
You doing okay?
Yep.
All right. What's the best fares to look for on flights there while you're suffering?
Thanks, Paul. Just inhaled a piece of the chip. That's so good. So kind of as an homage to the show Hot Ones, thanks, Paul, where you answer questions while you eat spicy hot chicken wings. Paul just asked me a question. Hopefully it'll help take my mind off of the burning. So, the question Paul just asked, how do you get cheap airfare? So, with everything, Generally, book as far in advance as possible. So the minute you know that you're traveling, check it out. Especially if your dates are immovable. So find it ahead of time, book it, and then enjoy that you booked it. If you're in the US, Google Flights has something called the Google Flights Guarantee. So check the fare and book it through Google. If they're displaying the badge that says Google Flights Guarantee, they'll refund you the difference of the airfare up to $500 US per year. And the good thing about it is that they'll do it automatically, so you don't have to do anything to make it happen. If the flight changes before your flight happens, they just give you back your money. How much time do I have left? Oh, sorry. We're only got 48 seconds left. So if you're not in the US, just book it as far ahead of time, do some research, obviously check a bunch of different sites. I always like to use things like Skyscanner, Google Flights, Kayak, use all of book. Check with the airline sites as well themselves, because that's where you get the most up-to-date and the best flight and cost info. But that's my quick tip. And if you could fly out, if you're flexible, Tuesdays and Wednesdays are usually cheaper to fly out than any other day of the week. So hopefully those two strategies generally do work. And so check those out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right. And I'm going to have a little bit of water here because, wow, because that was pretty hot. And wow, that was tingly. It was definitely tingly. If you don't like spice, I definitely don't recommend that you do this. The water just helps a little bit, but I recommend, obviously, any dairy-like thing that you've got will help as well. My throat definitely doesn't like me. And yeah, so that is the 2023 Paqui One Chip Challenge with the Carolina Reaper and the Naga Viper pepper or whatever that was. I don't know anything about that pepper. Someone tell me about it in the comments. If you did this challenge, let me know how it went. Can't be worse than my hot mess here. And yeah, that still burns. So even after having all this, it's not any better. Or maybe it is. But while you're doing your challenge, don't be afraid you start hallucinating, because that will happen as well. And also, a trick I learned from Tony Hawk in watching his performance: if you have any of the chips stuck in your teeth, make sure you get rid of it as soon as possible, otherwise it'll come back to haunt you. And wow, yeah, it seems hotter now than when I first had it. So this is seriously not pleasant. So it'll likely be not pleasant for a little while longer. But yeah.
Do you know who you are? Can you tell the audience who you are and where you come from? And
I'm Tony Hawk. I don't think I need to do this ever again. I think, yeah, the hot chip challenge once in your life is good enough. So, and so if you enjoyed that, like and subscribe. Just, you know, to appreciate my pain. Don't do it.
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Don't do it. Just watch idiots like me do it for you.
Yeah.